This here you can see a few of the parts from the front end. This is the main pin that goes through the steering arm that's mounted onto the bottom of the bulkhead for the steering, and you can see how worn this is. And the steering arm itself, which I'll show you in a few minutes, I did have to make a little fixture, and I'm going to true up the bores in that casting and then make a whole new pin here to fit the new bores. This is the one of the link tie rod ends that goes to the left side, and it's in really good shape. I took it out and cleaned it up a little bit, and that goes on this ball right here. The tie rod end, and then you can adjust it, for how tight you want that. But yeah, this one is the one where I'm gonna have to broach out this key. I'll show you what that key looks like. It's kind of wallowed out a little bit. It's not very consistent. You can see how it steps down a little bit there. So this is the tie rod end. I'm going to be broaching that. It's currently supposed to be a 250 wide Woodruff key, and I'm going to make it a 5/16. Here's the original key that was in it. And like I was saying, I might have to purchase a new cutter. I don't think I have one that diameter. This is a 1/4 by 2 1/8 diameter Woodruff key, and the key I want to use is a number 128, which is a 5/16 by 2 1/8. So I don't think I've got a cutter that size, so I'll probably have to purchase one. But these are the new pin, or the old pins for the left and the right arms, and I'm going to be making new pins. You can see how worn these are. They're stepped down. They're really worn bad. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up in the mill, and this hole is really, I know it's hard to see on the video here, but it's really egg shaped and worn out, and I'm going to bore this out and bush it back to the original size. So there'll be some videos coming up on that work also. Okay, here's the setup I got going for the steering arm, and what I wound up having to do, this is where this mounts up under the bulkhead, and then this comes to the front of the tractor, and this is really kind of egg shaped. The top is out about 7 thousandths, and the bottom hole is out about 13 thousandths. And so what I've done is I mounted, this is a universal vise that you can rotate it 360, and then it's mounted on dovetails, and it rotates in the X and the Y. And I made a little fixture out of some jig plate I had, and bolted this to it. I do have it rough located right now, but what I'm going to do, having the numbers for the holes, I'm going to indicate it up and get this exactly on center line the best I can. I'm going to get it. I looked all over online to try to find a spec, or if someone else had done work on a front end on an H, and I couldn't find any numbers online, or any drawings or any specs. So I'm going to pick it up the best I can. I figure if I'm within a degree or degree and a half, that the steering system has enough you know, between the angles and the play in it has enough that it should work fine. But I think what I'll do is I'll go grab the pin and show you how that goes in there. Okay, I figured I'd show you this first, but this is where that steering arm bolts to the bulkhead. And there's 3 bolts that hold it on. So basically what I've done with the fixture was mimic this mounting, but it is flipped 180. And we'll go over and I'll show you the that pin. Okay, so where it's mounted on this fixture is where it mounts on the bottom side of that bulkhead. And this is the big pin which you saw earlier, and this actually goes in this way, but you can see how sloppy things are. And then there's also a cross hole where the steering arm goes in, and that thing is really worn out too. So I'm going to be truing that arm up a little bit the best I can, and then I'll bore this hole, this cross hole, to fit that. But yeah, it's really got a lot of slop there. So that's what we're going to be trying to fix on this steering arm. I think this vise will be strong enough. It's a very sturdy vise, and then I'm just going to be taking light cuts on this with the boring head, because my plan is just to true up these holes, and then when I make the new pin, it'll be made to fit that diameter with a few thousandths clearance. And hopefully we can tighten up all these steering issues. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to mention about this. Is on the 49H I have, there's part of this casting has cast into it a steering stop, and on this one, on the 40H, somebody has taken a torch. I can't show it right now. Well, let me see if I can get a flashlight under there, and you can see somebody's taken a torch and cut that all off, and I have no reason, I don't understand why they would have done that. But that's one thing on these old tractors, when you start working on them, you never know what the history is. So you do the best with what you have. So that's the main steering arm. So we'll be doing some work on that coming up shortly. Well, here I'm using a coaxial indicator to pick up a hole that's kind of egg-shaped from being worn. There's a pin, that big pin that goes through these 2 bosses. So I picked up the best I could, and you can see I got her within 3 to 4 thousandths there. And now what I'm going to do is put a longer tip in and go down to the bottom hole here and see if I'm close to being center there, because it's tough when you got 2 wore out holes to pick up the center line and get everything to be on the original angle. As you can see, I got this fixture in this universal vise tipped up. I'm actually 8 degrees in the X and 1 degree in the Y, but that was the best I could do to try to get the theoretical center line of these 2 holes picked up. Well, what I got here is I've been boring the steering gear arm for the 1940 Farmall H, and I'm trying to true up these 2 holes. And it's going pretty good. It was a little tricky setting up, trying to deal with holes that were egg-shaped and wore out here, and you know, trying to find the theoretical center line. So excuse me, I got that the best I could. Now I could be off a half a degree, but the way the steering setup is on the H wide front end, I think it's gonna probably work out okay. And what I'll do here is I'll make a new pin where the original was wore out, and where the steering arm goes in through the center here, that hole, everything was just really wore bad. So I'm all set up to take the next pass. You will hear a little tool vibration, especially when I get to the end of the bosses. I think it's due to the fact that I'm sticking out so far with the tool, and also this, I don't want to say it's a flimsy setup, but it is a flimsy setup. These bosses are sticking way out from the fixture, and so I'm going to fire this up and take a pass. And now I'm going to engage the power feed. And we're feeding down right now. This is 10 thousandths cut, which is 5 thousandths a side. And the top hole is just about 100% cleaned up, and the bottom hole I'm going to say has maybe another 15-20 thousandths to go, and it'll be cleared up. So you can see and hear a little bit of the tool vibration, but it's not really leaving a lot of vibration marks in the tool. There you can hear it vibrating a little. Now what I'm going to do is stop the feed, and then I just bring the tool down to the next boss, maybe 60 thousandths from the surface, and then turn the feed back on again. But it's been working out pretty good. The main thing is I just want to get round holes so that I can make a new pivot pin. Hard to get the lighting just right here so you can see. And you can see the chips vibrating on the part, so I am getting a little vibration. But we're almost 100% cleaned up on that bottom hole. And once that cleans up, I'll take a couple of finished passes and get those holes cleaned up. I'm running my Bridgeport on a VFD, which is nice because it gives you a lot of control over the RPM and everything. And when you have a situation like this where a tool is vibrating and everything, you can get things dialed in pretty good to where you don't get that harmonic vibration in it. But yeah, real happy how this is coming out. Like I said, I'm just about cleaned up in that bottom hole, and that. So that's the boring of the, I think in the parts book this is called a steering gear arm. So okay, so I got the 2 holes bored in the steering gear arm, I'm real happy with how they come out. I didn't measure them up yet. I'm getting ready to break this setup down, pull the boring head out, and measure them up, get a diameter, and then I can proceed to make the new pin that goes in here. I do want to clean the edges up and deburr them pretty good. They did get a little sharp, and but no, it ran really good. I'm pretty confident in the center line, picking that up. Actually, the boring of the holes was the quick part. I spent more time in the setup and getting things lined up, and then building the little fixture to bolt that down to, which it worked really good. You know, it's hard. It was hard on this to try to get out here to support stuff, and I don't like using jack screws when I got something really flimsy hanging out like that. If I do use a jack screw, I like to be able to clamp over the jack screw so I'm not distorting the part in any way. But for this, and just taking my time with it and taking really light cuts just to get it all cleaned up, came out nice. So real happy with that. So I'll get this setup tore down and get the holes deburred and get them measured, and move on from there.